and welcome to Donington for rounds 11, 12 and 13 of the Mini Challenge 2011. Last time out of Brands Hatch there was plenty of drama and some incredible racing, but what's in store for us this weekend at the fast and challenging circuit that is Donington Park?
3 races in prospect for the Mini drivers, the first of which took place on Saturday afternoon, where Luke Cordell and Chris Knox shared the front row of the grid. It was Knox who took the early advantage from Cordell as they accelerated towards Redgate for the first time. Cordell pressing Knox to the inside line, but Chris moving across, claiming the early advantage as the field streamed through the very tight Redgate. Further back it was Chris Paniatu in the sky blue car that took to the grass, but everybody cleanly through as ever. Close racing throughout the field. Jason Richardson leads us down the Crater curves, the first time asking. David Ogden was well up after qualifying, was right in the thick of the action as they arrived at the legendary old hairpin. The fast right-hander Ogden in pursuit of Chris Oakham, as they all safely made it through, and then accelerated on to McLean's. Lee Allen looked for the move on Jason Richardson, and through he went. Richardson slithering a little bit wide, and that bringing Chris Oakman back into the mix as well, out across the rumble strip. The dicing continuing throughout the order during the first lap of the race. The second lap of the race was when Luke Cordell decided to make the challenge on Chris Knox as they accelerated through Schwantz and up the hill. Cordell looked to the inside, surged past Knox and took a lead that he wouldn't relinquish. Nicely judged move by Luke Cordell, chasing his second race victory of the season. Well, Jason Richardson was in the thick of the action, as were Finlay Crocker and David Ogden. A pair of them side by side into the chicane, very close. Finlay Crocker coming right up to the tail of Jason Richardson, clouting the curbs, and then accelerated out of the chicane along the start of finish straight, went 3 abreast. It's Andrew Bailey in the blue car, Finlay Crocker in the middle, then David Ogden to the left-hand side of the shop, and it was Bailey who prevailed. Still the racing continued, David Ogden well and truly in the mix all race long, gave us some superb action. The club class providing some equally close entertainment, which I think went a little bit wrong there for Dean Raymond, being collected by Keith Ezat through Redgate and Ward's Neils, well clear ahead of the field. Well, Stuart Lines was having a superb race. He was chasing here Sam Osborne for 3rd place and Chris Knox for 2nd. Stuart chasing Chris down in towards Redgate, and what was proving to be one of his strongest performances of the season. Well, after several laps of trying, Stuart was able to find his way through and finish the race as the runner-up.
Stuart, you're back in Mini Challenge and you're making your mark already. A brilliant race yesterday. You were under a lot of pressure, but you came in 2nd.
Yeah, I didn't have it very easily. I thought I was going to chase Luke Cordell, but he'd already gone by the time I got to 2nd. But there was about 5 or 6 of us all fighting for the same bit of track. But I've managed to stop on the track, which is it's been a bit of a problem this year. I've had a few issues where I've damaged a couple of cars, but it's nice to have a nice clean day for a change.
So how focused are you mentally this weekend? Because I know you have a big event on Monday.
Yeah, I'm getting married on Monday, so then I'm a little bit. I've had to write my speech last night. That was a bit nerve-wracking. I don't know what's more. I don't know what's harder actually. Doing a speech at the wedding or driving the car. I think doing the speech at the wedding is definitely a bit scary, to say the least. But I'm getting married on the Monday because obviously we have to go racing on Saturdays and Sundays, and it can't get in the way of that.
Luke, congratulations on your win yesterday. You kind of got ahead of the pack there.
Yeah, it was a good race. We got a good couple of laps to start off with, got the gap that we needed, and it was just about looking after the car and bringing it home for the win.
Do you like Donington? It's it's normally a favourite, isn't it?
It's definitely one of my favourites. Very technical track. There's some great corners around here. Yeah, so on to race 2.
Wow. Okay, there's no stopping you at all. Still 2 more races to go today, and just a couple of points in it in the championship at the moment, because obviously you got a nice 20 points yesterday. Last year's winner, the year before as well. What are you thinking?
We're going to try and make it the hat trick. Still a long way to go in the championship yet, but with 2 points all to play for.
Justina, you were out yesterday in qualifying. It's the first time you'd raced at Donington.
I know, it was a bit daunting really. I thought, why on earth am I doing this? Am I mad? I didn't have a clue about the circuit, so it was very much a learning process, but it didn't do too bad actually.
It's a tricky one. I mean, there's lots of elevation and all sorts going on.
Yeah, definitely. It's a wonderful circuit. I mean, I really didn't realise how good it was until you get in the car. So there's a lot to learn.
But the Mini sticks to the road.
Oh, absolutely. It's fantastic how you can go through corner curves, just flat out, foot to the floor, and it's just brilliantly quick round there.
Now, you did Minis last year and you did really well.
I did, yes. I had a lap record at Brands Hatch on the Indy circuit, so I was very pleased about that. Did very well at Thruxton, got podiums and top spots, so yeah, it's good year.
So race 2 is about to start. Can Luke Cordle convert his pole position into a win? Well, there's plenty of pressure right behind him. Here's Ben with your commentary.
Thanks, Mima. Full field of Minis ready for the second race of the weekend here at Donington Park, with Luke Cordle on pole position. Stuart Lyons alongside him on the front row of the grid. Very strong row 2, Chris Knox and Lee Allen, with then row 3, Sam Osborne and Jason Richardson. So this is going to be fairly frantic. It's always the case in the Mini Challenges. Away we go. Start of the race. Now, who's got the jump? It's Cordle from pole position. He's got the inside run towards Redgate. But look at that start from Chris Knox. Knox is flying in the white car. He surges between Cordle and Lyons, also Leanne as well, so it's Chris Knox we ride in car with now through Redgate. He might run a little bit wider, yes he does, out over the curbs, kicking up the dust, but has he got that advantage into the corner curves? Yes he has. They go side by side, Knox and Cordle. I think the curvature of the track is going to favour Chris Knox here. It does. In to lead the race just goes Chris Knox. They plunge down the hill to the old hairpin, so it's Knox leading it from Cordle, and then Lyons with Leanne, Jason Richardson and the rest all streaming through in car here with Chris Knox, Luke Cordle right on his tail, and Cordle looking to pressurise him into McLean's. No way through there, so they climb up the hill towards Coppice. And a superb battle already beginning to shape up there for third position, currently being headed up by Stuart Lyons, runner-up in the first race of the weekend yesterday. So they stream out of Coppice and down the back straight for the first time of asking, going under where the Dunlop Bridge used to be before they break into the Goddard chicane. So it is Knox in the white car, just leaned from Cordle. Look at the car squirming on the brakes. Onto two wheels from Chris Knox. Great shot that. The Minis absolutely on the limit here as they come through to complete the first lap of the race. So streaming through, and Knox is just beginning to build a slight advantage here over Cordle, and the pair of them gapping the field. It's now Lee Allen who's found his way past Stuart Lyons. So it's Lee Allen in the blue car up to third, Lyons in fourth, Jason Richardson in the black machine in fifth, and Sam Osborne the black and green machine next up, as Richardson pressurises Stuart Lyons, gives him a helping hand through Redgate. That brings Sam Osborne into play as well, so they move two abreast. They plunge down the crane of curves once more, and has Osborne gone through here? I think he may well have done actually, because as they slide down the hill, it is Sam Osborne who gains that place. So Osborne goes fifth, sets off him shooting for Stuart Lyons. Jason Richardson, the double winner from Silverstone earlier in the year, yet to repeat that success. Back to the club class, it's Ant Walton-Niels who leads the class once more, and this time he's got a bit of a gap over a ferocious fight that's brewing up for second in class as we watch the midfield battles here. George Allen running a little bit wide, picking up the dust. That's only going to cost him a place or so, no harm done otherwise. So Allen rejoins, he has just lost a place. Right, back to the fight for third, and it's Lee Allen, Sam Osborne, line astern, nothing to choose between them. Lee Allen looking to maintain his championship lead, which is gradually being chipped away here by Luke Cordle, and Sam Osborne looking to claim another podium finish. Sam, one of the youngest drivers in the championship, and he really has adapted very well to the John Cooper Works class car this year. Lee Allen, last year's champion again, moving up to the JCW class this season. This is the fight for fifth position between Andrew Bailey and Chris Oatman, a pair of them locked in battle as we go back to the fight for third. And look at this, Sam Osborne closing onto the tail of Lee Allen as they turn through McLean's. Then they have the slight climb up the hill towards Coppice. Tough corner Coppice, the double apex makes getting the turning point very tricky, and Lee Allen's got that a bit wrong. That's Stuart Lyons out of the race. That's a great shame there for Stuart. So yesterday's runner-up out of proceedings as Lee Allen continues to just about keep Sam Osborne at bay. So they'll flash past the stricken car of Stuart Lyons. Here comes the fight for fifth place. This is a superb drive here from Andrew Bailey, certainly his best showing of the season. The same probably goes for Chris Oatman as well. Right, Sam Osborne, what can he do now? He's been stuck in exactly this position behind Lee Allen for quite some time. While running that wide isn't going to help proceedings. Back in car here with the race leader Chris Knox as George Allen slows dramatically onto the start straight. That's disaster, and Knox gets right off the power. He waves his hands in frustration, but Knox has lost all momentum. Here comes Luke Cordle, so Cordle drops some way back in second place as George Allen pulls out of the race. Luke Cordle moves into the lead of it. Chris Knox will be furious with that. But did Luke Cordell go through under yellow flags there? Because we saw the static yellow flag. And so Cordell, is he going to allow Knox back through? Yes, he does. He gives Chris Knox plenty of racing room down the crane of curves. And so Luke Cordell concedes position back to Chris Knox. But he's now only got 2/3 of a lap with which to find his way through on the final lap of the race. And this is as close as you like. Well, what can Knox do? Can he hold on through Swamp's curve? We ride in car with Chris Knox. Will then go up to McLean's crucial corner, this one. Very quick, but also quite slippery, but the exit's key because it then propels you up the hill towards Coppice, where the exit is critical, because that will give you the run down the back straight. And Knox going slightly defensive into Coppice. He's going to be careful here. Doesn't carry too much speed through. And Chris Knox, he goes through the first part of the corner. Okay, he's out wide. He's onto the grass. Chris Knox slithers wide. The penultimate corner of the race, and this is surely Cordell's opportunity to pounce as Knox rally crosses. Cordell goes through and takes the lead with just one corner left to go. So they sprint down the back straight on towards Gollard's, and it's Luke Cordell who jinks through the chicane, knocks onto two wheels. It looks spectacular, but it's to no avail. So it's Luke Cordell who wins 2 from 2 thus far this weekend at Donington Park, with Chris Knox further back. Right, this is the fight for second in club class. Sarah Parsons and Dean Raymond make contact. Patrick Morton gets on the brakes and makes contact with Keith Issack, who goes flying off into the tyre barriers. Drama wherever you look on the final lap of the race. Not that it matters to Luke Cordell. He is overjoyed. Chris Knox, I imagine, will be thoroughly disgruntled as Antworth Neal's claiming yet another victory in the club class for this year. It's been a dominant win for him. So to bring you the final race classification, it's the win from Cordell from Knox. The Allen did hold on for third from Sam Osborne with Andrew Bailey and Chris Oakman. Well, what did that mean in terms of the classes? Well, the John Cooper Works class was the same as the top 3 in the race overall. So Cordell from Knox and Allen, that could just about put Cordell in lead of the championship. And then the club class, Antworth Neal's builds on his championship lead from Patrick Mortimer, his best results of the season, and Dean Raymond there in 3rd position. Great race from the minis.
Done me down the hill as well.
Luke.
And he threw it off the top of the hill.
Wow, I'm a bit speechless.
Wow.
What happened there?
Unbelievable. A bit unfortunate for Chris. The yellow flags come out coming onto the home straight, and he had to sit behind the back markers, which gave us the run down the home straight, got into the lead, and we've just won another race.
How does that feel when you've battled so hard throughout and then on that final lap?
Yeah, Chris got the gap he needed. There was nothing I could do about it, so we just looked after the car, but I just can't believe what happened on that last lap. Fantastic.
And by lap 3, you had doubled your lead, which was already a 2.5 over Dean Raymond. What's going on? How are you doing it?
Well, it's just sort of a case of don't look in your mirror, just get your head down and just go, really. Just like to say thanks to Accelerate Motorsport and Mini Spares UK for just doing such a great car.
And how are you finding Donington? It's a really great circuit.
Yeah, it's a great track, it's really fast. I think that's why it helps, just to look forward and just keep going.
So congratulations to Luke Cordell, again just snatching the lead from a frustrated Chris Knox, who will be gagging for a win in the next race. Join us after the break to see what happens.